Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we will be looking at my final 2025 prediction for the Tennessee 7th special House election happening on December 2nd, Tuesday 2025, between Republican Matt Van Epps and Democrat, pretty progressive, Afton Bent. They're trying to fill in a seat where Republican Mark Green, who resigned earlier this year, won by 21 to 22 percentage points in 2024. You look here in the House results in Tennessee, you see here that Mark Green won by 21.5%. Let me make these margins normal again. You see here, yeah, by 21.5 percentage points. So this is a pretty Republican district, but we've seen in polling that it's possible that progressive and leftist Afton Bent could possibly come out on top here. So we also got a drop of data today from Axios about which party has turned out more on the early vote, and we're just going to start out this video. But before you do it, make sure to subscribe and like this video if you haven't already, because this is going to be a very interesting one throughout. So we're going to start off here looking at this data. Axios, it's a pretty independent insider source, which is nice. I guess they've compiled this data. This is not who they voted for. This is which what party these voters are identifying with. And you see your Republicans sit at 46%, Democrats sit at 40%, so that leaves 14 outstanding, probably independent or third-party voters. And, I mean, this isn't the worst for Republicans, because do you remember, compared to Democrats, Republicans turn out much less early to vote. So, yeah, I mean, this isn't bad for Republicans. I would say this probably gives them an edge, but I mean, a couple days ago, we saw a poll from Emerson, a pretty respected pollster, showing Matt Van Epps only up by 2%. So, very interesting thing to see. Because so far on VoteHub, this is where we've been looking at which counties, which precincts have turned out the most. But this is a first look we've had at actual party affiliation. So, I'm going to look at VoteHub here. You see here, currently compared to 2024, per day, 35.3% compared to 2024 have turned out. And when you compare it to the final early voting result of 2024, 25.1% have turned out. The ones with the most county of same day is Montgomery County. This is the closest county in this district. You see here, going to the presidential level, Montgomery, it is only plus 18.4%. Most of these counties are plus 50, plus 60, plus 30%, plus 40% to Donald Trump in 2024. And the only blue county, Davidson County with Nashville, went to Kamala Harris by 27.4% in 2024. So I would say Montgomery, I mean, there's a lot of, I'd say, because the Ben campaign has kind of been targeting the voters, that the Democrats that didn't turn out in 2024 and the ones that voted for Trump and are now very, very pissed off. They've been running on a pissed off coalition. That's what they've been calling it. So Montgomery County, you've seen massive turnout, 37.9%. That is 2.6% higher than the statewide average of the today, like when you compare it to the 2024 today turnout. And the second highest is, actually no, is this the highest? Oh yeah, it is the highest, 0.8% higher than Montgomery. Chatham County, 38.6%. That is 3.5% higher than when you compare it to the same day, 2024. So, Chatham, I think it went to Donald Trump by 46 points in 2024. So, when you compare it to, the statewide average, it's 3.5% higher. You see these two other ones, Davidson, 36.3%, and Williamson, 36.2%. Davidson, obviously the only blue county in the state of in this district, and I think the second bluest county in the state of Tennessee, only behind. Actually, no, it is the bluest county in the state of Tennessee, higher than Shelby with Memphis. So that's interesting. And you also have Williamson County. Williamson County voted, I think that's the second least red county, disregarding Davidson after Montgomery. In this district, went for Donald Trump by 32.4%. So you've also seen pretty high turnout there. But I do want to check something out, right? When you compare 2024 to 2020, you see here that Montgomery only shifted right to Trump by 5.8. Chatham shifted to Trump by only 1.9, and Williamson only shifted to Trump by 6.3. That's way lower when you compare it to Maury or counties like those. And it also means that those voters that shifted from Biden to Trump, those are going to be very easy targets for them to flip in this special race. So seeing the extremely high turnout there is very, very good for Aft and Ben. So we're going to be doing this prediction now. You see here we have this county map where we're going to be filling out, and we're also going to be filling out the actual percentage prediction. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with filling in the safe Republican counties. So obviously some of these counties are to be cut out because they do split counties in the state of Tennessee. But the safe Republican counties are going to be, honestly, I think every single county is going to be safe Republican that went to Trump by safe, except for Montgomery County. That's going to go likely Republican. So this is going to be the map of the counties. Williamson could go likely Republican, but that would have to take Epps winning by less than 5, and we'll see the percentage prediction in a sec. And then we're going to put the safe Democratic county, obviously Davidson, and the likely Republican county is going to be Montgomery. Montgomery, I think, goes to Epps by 10%, and then Bain wins like Davidson about like 35 or something like that. So this is my final county map prediction for this special election happening on December 2nd, 2025. And now when we switch over here, my final percentage prediction is going to be, obviously they're not going to add up to 100% because there are third-party candidates and there are obviously going to be write-ins. I think Matt Van Epps pulls a total of, how much did Green get in 2024? Green got, okay, close to 60. I'd say, I think Epps gets a total of 52.3% of the vote, and he beats Afton Ben here, and Afton Ben gets a total of 45.9% of the vote. So that adds up to both of them taking up 98.2% of 98.2% of the vote, and then Matt Van Epps beats Afton Ben by 7.4%, and that is a Democratic overperformance here by, I believe, 13.6%. So not the highest overperformance we've seen, but mainly because of the higher turnout compared to those really not very contested special elections we've seen in Florida, Virginia, and Arizona, as well as Texas so far in 2025. So, obviously not the massive win that Republicans did want in this scenario, but Democrats, they did overperform massively, although not coming within reach of victory. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.